Hello, friends. This is Roanne Samuels, licensed psychotherapist. I come to you with the practice, an acronym that you can use when you are triggered, touch, when there's a surge of a strong emotion, and it's hard for you to sit with with that emotion. In the Buddhist teaching, they often remind us that the way out is in. And so, if you could endure that a little bit longer, that emotion, then you might be beginning to set yourself free. If you're a client, we probably practice this. You're maybe receiving this video because my intent is that you have a guide, a practice without me. That is the main purpose of therapy. The reward of the therapist is that you would not need me anymore because you have set yourself free. I'm merely a guide. So let's begin. I'm going to screen share so you have a little bit of a visual. So the acronym is PAST, PAST, to put the past behind. So to begin, just notice your breath for a moment, my friends. Take time. If you're looking at your phone or your camera over at your laptop, look at the a focal point. As you're bringing your breath just in and out, in and out, and noticing your chest moving and down, up and down. This intro you could do longer, but for today, I just want to be able to give you the practice. So if you're working with a strong emotion, a picture, the piece to picture it, how does it look like? Does it have a color? Okay. If you're not sure, just simply assign a color, or if it were an animal, what animal would it be? So when we have a surge of emotion, a trigger, it is like an uninvited guest. So picture that guest knocking on your door. A is to acknowledge it. If you have an unacknowledged guest, if you slam the door, they'll probably keep knocking, and the knock gets louder and louder and louder. And so when you acknowledge this thing that you have pictured, it is similar to saying hello, opening the door. I see you. Oh, you're here. Let's say it is overwhelm. Hi, overwhelm. So you open the door and just notice, where are you sitting in my body? And if you've noticed that it's a collar, what is the collar? So noticing it even more, that's acknowledging it. S is to sit with it. So if you have an uninvited guest, it's almost like gonna sit with it and have tea. You don't have to give an uninvited guest a tour to your home. That might be too much for you. So you could just begin to just share, sit with it, even if it's just 2 minutes. In the beginning, when I have folks that are, coming in very anxious, I might have them set a timer, maybe just 3 minutes, because then you would know there's an end to the sitting and having tea with this uninvited guest. So if that is hard for you, you could set up a timer. For most people, if they've been practicing this, there's no need for that. It's just sitting with the body and sitting with this emotion. For example, the overwhelm, noticing how it's moving in your body and not judging it. It's neither good or bad, it's just an uninvited guest. And truly, everything belongs. Once you begin to picture the unacknowledged guest, acknowledge it, sit with it, guess what? It wouldn't have a need to keep knocking and knocking and knocking louder. T is to thank it, even though the feeling, maybe grief, which is very painful, anxiety, whatever that may be that you're working. Thank it, not just exactly for the pain if you're not ready for that, but thank it for visiting, almost an uninvited guest who you've sat with, you've shared tea with, and you say, "Oh, thank you for visiting me." Trusting that your body's sending you a message, even though it's uncomfortable. It's almost like an alert system. So be assured that it's working. And for your case, it might be overworking, but that's quite all right. To begin to just have it belong is to thank it. Thank you, Overwhelm, for visiting me. Maybe you don't have to visit me as often, but thank you for today. So you're just thanking it for the moment. So, my friends, that is past. To leave the past behind is to stay very present in the moment. Picture it, acknowledge, sit with it, and thank it. Again, this is Roanne Digia Samuels. If you want to read my blogs, my podcasts, you can all check that in the link below, and the website is calamansijuice.com. Thank you, and I hope I serve you well today. Bye.